Thank you, Mr Deputy President. I feel compelled to speak on this, having had a lot of experience in the building industry with asbestos, and the years that it took us just to raise awareness on that issue, well, decades in fact, and the time it takes for these things to be socialised in the consciousness of workers and to have adequate controls in place and elimination and remediation in place. We've heard this week the questions asked with respect to asbestos in schools. It's been a problem in industry, and we're still grappling with something that is front and centre in the public consciousness, let alone this, which is a sleeping giant, as my colleagues have pointed out. It's only been an issue since the early 2000s as a result of this manufactured stone product, and it's just not really given the attention or the seriousness with which it's deserved. So my view is that it's absolutely essential that we raise, number one, raise the consciousness to the same level that we've got with asbestos and the consequent contraction of mesothelioma. And we actually look at how, I think it was my colleague Anthony D'Adam who said the hierarchy of controls is to actually engineer this stuff out of whatever systems it exists in so it doesn't become a problem. You shouldn't actually have to wear protective equipment to deal with this. It shouldn't be, the product shouldn't be on the market, full stop. But I see the government's amendment, and I see that there's a genuine attempt because of the viability and impact on the industry. We should look at that. I agree with that. And the point B, 2B of the amendment, I think is also sensible, where it's asked that we take all necessary steps to enforce a statewide ban on dry cutting of manufactured stone products, which of course produces exposure above the acceptable limits. So I think the original motion is good and strong and what we need, but I think the government's amendment goes far enough for us to actually deal with what I was asking for in the earlier part of my speech, where I think we need to raise consciousness, look at the impact of a ban, and then perhaps move towards a statewide ban. So I wholeheartedly support the amended motion.